even the conversations around Black Lives Matter, you know, and what happened in 2020. And you hear people say, well, I align with Black Lives Matter, so now you owe me this. And it's like, this is my problem with you. I can't trust you as an ally because you're being transactional. How the F word did you align with Black Lives Matter? By putting a poster in your window and wearing a t-shirt? Let me tell you something, my G, you didn't align with Black Lives Matter. It was a cute thing to say. It was a box checker. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. So I think, and I'm probably going to butcher this, there's a science of, and there's a woman who her name is Milagros Phillips, and she's done a lot of work around racial healing and blah, 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 blah. And there's a science called axiology, which studies culture and people and all of that. And I've gone back to this thought frequently because it talks about Europeans and how it's a culture's relationship to whatever. Mm-hmm. Europeans is their relationship with the thing. So when you talk about transactional, it's their relationship with the thing. They had only 12 months to grow their food. So the 3 months to grow their food, it has to last for 12 months, right? So it's their relationship with the thing. Mm. People south of the equator, people of color, it's their relationship with each other. They could grow food all year round. Mm-hmm. You know, there was no lack there. It's all about relationships. And so that's like when the church said, amen, hey, amen, talk back to me. When you go to a stage, you're like, hello, you know, good morning. And nobody says like, I said good morning, you know, right? Yeah. And so then you have the indigenous people is their relationship with the universe, and Asians, their relationship with the group. And so this study was done, and you put all those people in an office, and no one is any more productive than another. It's just this is how they matriculate. Can we learn something with someone else's view and perspective of their thing? Yes. But we're always, it's like we can't separate our perspective. And so we judge people based on their perspective. Mm-hmm. And because in this country, 60% of the people are white, it is their perspective. Mm-hmm. Transactional, with a thing, box checkers. Yeah. Right? Now, as you're talking, Christina, I'm thinking that, you know, segregation, I do think that segregation affected our ability to want our own thing. Mm-hmm. So what a lot of Black people want is what white people have because they were told they couldn't have it. And by wanting what white people have, you're not focused on what you can do yourself. Mm-hmm. So that in that respect, you know, segregation did a disservice to us because now we want to win, we want to beat, we want to play you, we want to play in your sandbox.
We were robbed of our imagination.
Mm-hmm. Right. You know?
Yeah. I think that's so profound, what you just said. Yeah. I think that is a key point. And I think, look, my goal in life was to live in service to Black folks. And to live in service to liberation of Black folks. And so when you think about that and what you just said, I think that is a challenge I would ask our listeners and audience at home, and for you ladies to carry with you. Who are we if not defined by white people? And that is it sounds easy to say, but when you start thinking about it, who would I be if not defined by white people? If I was not taught that I was less than, who would I be? If I was not taught European standards of beauty, who would I be? If we were never colonized, who would I be? I think those are deep questions and food for thought. I would offer our advice as I bring this conversation to a close that it is nothing wrong with having intellectual curiosity about your fellow countrymen. I think that is something we all should have.
Is that how you refer to white people? My fellow countrymen?
I'm saying your fellow countrymen is people you are in the country with.
Yeah.
Definitionally.
I thought you were, okay. Yeah.
But that includes white people. It does. But I feel like we've learned a lot from white folks already. Mm-hmm. We still bear the scars from it. But that includes everyone who lives in this country. There is curiosity there. I think to both your points, you've lived abroad, you've traveled all over. For your upcoming show, Chasing Flavors, you've gone all over to explore culture, and you learn things from people, for sure. I think that is something I challenge everybody to do, but also to protect your space when you need to. You know, and go in spaces where you feel at home and comfortable. And by all means, if you have a cookout and you invite Chef Carla, ask her what she's bringing, but more importantly, who she bringing. Who is she bringing to the cookout? Because that is key.
It's key
in rules for Black households.
I can bring you a good potato salad. I tell you that.
A good potato salad without the raisins. Exactly.
The raisins. Maybe we call it a dinner. I'll invite white people to a dinner, but a cookout.
Okay.
Okay. Well, on that note, I think this is a really important conversation to have. And look, we're 3 Black women having this conversation. I invite all people, for, white people who may tune in and listen to this, look at your friendship circle and ask yourself, what are you learning? What are you feeling? Why does your friendship circle look like this? And for all communities, what are you learning from your intra circles in your social lives? Because not very long from now, there will be no racial majority in America. And what does that look like? What does the power structure look like? And how are we all getting along and living alongside and relating to each other? So,
oh my God, I have so much to say, and we're about to end.
I know.
Well,
my mind.
Let me not stop the party. Let me give y'all closing thoughts. We'll go to you while Carla gathers her thoughts. Did you have closing thoughts?
My closing thoughts.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh wait, you start. You start.
No, the only thing that I'm thinking about, and it goes back to this whole friends thing. If we're saying, look, I want all of my friends, my inner circle, to be Black, but yet we are criticizing friends for not putting a Black person in that inner circle, it's double standards on both sides.
That is not.
It absolutely is a double standard, and I stand by it.
Let me tell you why it's not double standard.
But not for the show. I know what you mean.
Friends. You're talking about white folks. It's not a double standard because we have done nothing but learn what white people are and who white people are. We've had no choice. Every single time we're the minority. Every single time we show up. How many times do white people show up and they're the only white person? How many spaces do white folks show up and they're the only white employee? How many times is a white person reporting exclusively to a Black person? How many times are white people being told, well, you need to make yourself more accessible and make people around you feel more comfortable? Go to the basketball game with people. Go to the cookout. Go learn how to play spades. The same way that we're saying go to the hockey game.
That's true. That's true.
So I just don't believe it's a double standard. It's like this entire country feeds us whiteness 24/7, from what we watch on TV to the way news is presented, to the way newspapers are presented, to the way we gather information, to the way we're entertained. We have to, how many times do we see all white movies? How many folks showed up to see Coming to America? True. How many people can quote a line from Boomerang? How many people can quote a line from The Best Man? Classic films.